A brilliant day to you all out there. It's exciting. Every time I come here, I want to talk to mastermind, people who make a difference in global interplay of football, sports, and general. And today we'll be looking at somebody, whether you like it or not, who has impacted massively into the polity of our country, especially around sports. If you look at CAF today, who took most Nigerians to CAF, who are playing leading roles in CAF. He did some great jobs. We cannot but applaud the man. They call him an enigma. He's done brilliantly well. And I'm particularly very proud of him for what he has done in our sports. Of course, he's been very scarce. He's missed out on a lot of things. A lot of us haven't seen him lately. But ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Amaju Pinnick, ex-FIFA executive member, currently special advisor to the CAF president, and of course, a lot of other laurels are coming very soon. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure. It's also beyond the phenomenon in the media space, So we've gone way back over 20 years.
Yeah. Interesting. Of course, what's been happening? You've been quiet. We've not really seen much of you lately.
In the last 5 weeks, those people that know me know that I dedicate a full month or more in a year to my family,
Brilliant.
So we went on our vacation, and from there I monitor everything. But spend time with your family, always spend time because it's a quality time. It's always the best time of my life, and I decided at that point that family is always supreme, and that's why I've not been around, but I'm a Nigerian proudly and very, very excited about
interesting. Let's look at your extended family, the Falcons. Because whether you like it or not, you midwife that team. And in your tenure, you won 3.
I won.
How did you say it? Yeah.
Falcons, a day before the finals, I think I was in a cruise, but I always requested for a special link from CAF to watch the games. And a day before the game, I had a long conversation 2 days before the game with the captain, Ajibade, who is my daughter, technically. And I told her some of the things I needed her to do, and that I knew she was going to win. Because there's one thing about Ajibade that people do not say. She's a child of God. She's a destiny child.
Interesting.
When I mean a destiny child, God speaks through her, and you see, you can have all the talent in this world. If you do not have godliness in you, you are zero. I can give you countless examples. If I want to play a game tomorrow, you have injury. But if you have godliness in you and say you don't want to have that injury, you won't. So it's just a very simple, So I spoke to her, and she told me some things, and I said, okay, don't worry. This is your game. Make sure you go on the pitch and take charge.
Full control.
On the pitch, you are the coach. On the pitch, you are the player. On the pitch, you are everything. And I called the NFL president and I told him I've spoken to Ajibade, and I believe they will win. So there are a couple of things that at our level we still try to do, Even Osimhen, there was an issue that was meant to come out not too long ago. I had to douse the tension. So I said, no. Our concentration is not even Galatasaray.
Yeah.
It's against South Africa. And you're going to be playing a very pivotal role
in
that game. So please calm down. I know that a lot of clubs in England wanted you. I'm a platinum card carrying member of Arsenal. I've had that since it was Ashburton Grove in 2006 till date. 2 of the best seats in that stadium
belong to you?
Yeah, you see my name on there.
Next time I'm going to England.
Anytime.
Okay.
Row 5, club level West, 5-3, row 5, 933, 934. Those are my seats.
That's good.
Club level. So it's not halfway line. So I know what I'm talking about. Okay. And we interface, we have portals that we engage. And so I know when they wanted him in Manchester United. I know when they wanted him in Chelsea. I know how far they went in Chelsea. even Arsenal. But he kept his ground, and like I told him, everything he needed to do must come from him.
Okay.
He's the one that feels the brunt. He's the one that goes to the pitch to play. He knows what to do at this level. And the beauty about Osimhen is that he doesn't have an agent. He has a lawyer.
Oh, interesting.
So even if you are coming to him, the agency fee you are meant to pay is not there.
No, okay.
You just interface with the lawyer and you get to him.
Interesting.
Which is very professional.
Yeah.
You know, so I've always had that relationship with him. You know, it was one of the first players, you know, in that his group that I interfaced with when I came in as president in 2014. That was the first laurel I raised. That was the first trophy I raised as president of NFF. And I know what I told him that first day. And when they came, Wolfsburg came to signing. It was in my house. We had all the preliminary meetings. There was no interest. My interest was just to protect and project him.
Okay.
And by God's grace, that relationship then we have kept till today.
That's blossomed. That's quite interesting.
A couple of weeks ago, about a week or two ago, I also called Ademola Lukman. And I said, the way you're going, I don't like it. Not liking it in the sense that what is going on? Let me be quoted rightly. What is going on? I've heard so many things. And he told me and assured me. And I told him again, World Cup, you're a key player. Yeah. You're the current African footballer of the year.
Yeah.
And he said, everything will be sorted. I have that relationship with most of these players. Yeah. I'm a Nigerian. Absolutely. And also, forget being president of Nigerian Football Federation. I was conferred with the title of the Office of the Federal Republic, OFRO. Yeah. And our role is always to mediate where you believe productivity can come into Nigeria. And that's it's not just say you are, it's a suffix, you just be Amaju Pinnick, OFRO. No. Like in Warri, we engage in so many peace talk when we believe that there's tension. We want to get into the various ethnic nationalities and say, these are our role. Because if you look at the roles of all these national award owners, you know, recipients or beneficiaries, is not just a title based on.
So there's a role around
unconsciously there's a role around you. There are expectations from you. And so those are the things we always try to bring to bear, but people misconstrue it. Oh. But we try to do it from
the background.
From the background. we try to excel in obscurity. We don't want to come out and start screaming. Because Nigeria as a country is one of the best and blessed countries in the world. I say that and very proudly. On the cruise, when I came out to sing, I like karaoke. Forget my voice.
There's nothing wrong with your voice.
Karaoke is when it's sweeping, you are singing. So when I came out, you know, my wife was there, so my cousins, where are you from? I said, Nigeria. I said, oh. I said, Nigeria is the best country in the world. So people stood up and said, clapping. That is it, and that's me.
That's the positive. I know, I will take it up from here. The way you've just sounded, there's something positive about you. It's resonating. Yeah. A lot of people has given hope on Nigeria going to the World Cup. But the way you have just spoken, it just rekindled. There's like a light coming out. You're very positive. And I think there's something we don't know.
You see, the truth is, never say never until the final whistle. And I know Nigeria's mentality. Our time, this group that Nigeria is competing, when we competed, when we qualified for the World Cup in 2018, Nigeria was given no chance to qualify. The 4 teams in our group were all AFCON winners. Yeah. Zambia. Cameroon was the defending AFCON champion. Algeria, they had gone close to 20 games unbeaten.
And they were the best rated African team.
And when they came to Oyo, they intimidated, came with how many jets. They came with all kinds of. And I told my players, don't look at their face. Look at the ball. Put it in the net. And we won that game. And the same thing, on and on and on. It was, you know. But I can say this. Times have changed.
Yeah.
Our time, the AFCON, we won in Namibia, we won in Cameroon. Very tough game. Tough game, the finals, against Cameroon in Cameroon.
Yeah.
against Ghana in Ghana. That was 5 penalties.
Yeah.
It was those were tough, impossible games that nobody thought we could win. But it is what it is.
It is, yeah.
You know, some of these girls, they called me, and I said to them, don't worry. To me, I will always talk to Shehu Diko. Shehu is the chairman of the National Sports Commission. He's my friend, my brother. He was one of my most loyal, trusted. It was, I want to say, between him and Shehi and Dr. Sanusi, these were the people that made my football administration work. Technically, politically, Ibrahim Gusso.
Okay. Fantastic.
You know, and that's how we operated.
Yeah.
These were my think tanks. Everything I did as president of NFA for 8 years. Koshi, Midnight, Shehu, Dr. Sanusi, political, Gusso, some technical too.
Gusso. Okay.
So we had that relationship. Women's football, Aisha, I will not allow arrest.
Okay.
Omidiron, you know, so we had this relationship, you know. Then my staff, you know, I had blossoming relationship with all of them. And you see, the impact of that was some of the results that we got.
And we're still...
Everybody was not putting in their best because they knew exactly. The greatest pains I felt in my life was the draw we had against Ghana that stopped us from going to the World Cup.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We put in everything. Going to that game, we were the favorites because we had everything. We had won all our games.
Yeah.
The only game that we almost lost was against Cape Verde in Lagos. And that was when we took ourselves and said, no, this coach had to go because we knew what happened the day before. Yeah. But then, the rest, they say, is history. But we're happy that things have changed. I want to commend the president for the role he played in motivating the girls. You know, it's never enough to motivate athletes because at that point, the whole world was singing the praises of Nigeria. Yeah. Hardly will you see Nigeria being sung like globally, that. Yeah. I keep saying this. Show us one sector in the economy that Nigeria is ranked 100. None. Show us one sector. Is it university? The first Nigerian university
is 1,000.
1,000 something. In Africa, is it health? We can go all the sectors. But football, even in FIFA ranking, the Super Eagles are ranked 31 out of over 212 countries. No, the Super Falcons, I'm coming, ranked almost the same thing. 8th. Yeah. In Africa, Super Falcons number 1.
The number 1.
You know, in Africa, Super Eagles number 6. So we've always been ranked. So that's why I am happy that the government is paying special attention to football or sports development. Bringing in Shehu and Bukola Olapade, that is a masterstroke. And that's a beauty. The combination is a masterpiece. It was called a collector's item. That's that. So, like I said today, if I had my way as a president, there are some girls I want to honor. Okay. Florence Omagbemi, number 1.
The older ones, yeah.
Florence Omagbemi is the only African, male and female. No, the only female African that have won the AFCON as a player and as a coach. Yeah. Only.
Yeah.
Then, someone like Perpetua Okocha, she reigned for about 5 years as African Footballer of the Year. Yeah. Scored countless goals. Umbachu.
Yeah, a couple of them.
Okobi. Desire Paranoze. Yeah. And most importantly, Onomebi. Onomebi happens to be one of the only 3 or 4 players in the world that appeared in 6 World Cups.
No, amazing.
So these 6 people that I mentioned
should be specially recognized.
And their colleagues should not, even if they are recognized tomorrow, their colleagues should know that their recognition is also their recognition. Yeah. You cannot recognize everybody. But these are some of the things that we should always do. I want to thank the president, thank the first lady, thank, you know,
the foundation,
the National Sports Commission, and also congratulate the Nigerian Football Federation.
Interestingly, yeah, you've talked beautifully, but let's look at the global interplay. The FIFA World Club Cup. There was a lot of criticism, but at the end of the day, it looked pretty successful.
Yeah,
With over 84,000 attenders in the final.
yeah. Listen, let me tell you something about Gianni. I call him whenever we talk.
Yeah.
It's a gift to football. Gianni, whenever he's thinking of something new, something that will impact. And what is FIFA Club Football or Club World Cup? Beyond impacting on the clubs, it trickles down to the MEs, the member associations, in terms of funds.
Okay.
So if the NFF, for example, was getting XYZ, something from the FIFA World Cup as solidarity will also be given to them. And that impacts directly in football. Yeah. So I believe the FIFA World Cup has come to stay. Anything that starts, they always start with criticism. VAR. But today, everybody's waiting for VAR. Everybody's excited about it. Everybody is excited about VAR. So Gianni is a gift to football. Patrice also, his image. Yeah. His image has brought so many positives to African football. Yeah. That's why you see sponsorship turning in and out, you know. So they are human beings. Yeah. They are human beings. Once you're a human being, you can make small mistakes. But your ability to relate with people and correct that mistakes and move on, resurgent enough, that makes you the proper man. And those are the people that I have. We interface, we talk all the time.
Fantastic. So you believe the World Cup, the Club World Cup, is there to stay and there's a bright future with it?
Bright future. People are looking up to it.
Do you think a Nigerian team will ever make it to that?
I had a discussion with Kule Tsunami, and I said, Kule, God has blessed you beyond your imagination. You have an airline, and I know what you have done as a person. You have a team. You can also recruit from outside Nigeria. Yeah. Let it be that you as an individual. Because the problem I had with some of these state-owned clubs, once the governor leaves,
it's finished.
There's a problem. Yeah. Sorry, with all due respect to River State. When Christopher Green was 100% in charge, I don't know of today, you could see Rivers United. Yeah, you could see all of them doing well. Yeah. I'm sure Green is very surprised I'm saying this.
Why?
But because he is a football person through and through, he knows how to get results.
Yeah.
On the pitch. Yeah. So it's the same thing. That's why, as president of NFF, I advocated then private ownership of clubs. Yeah. Because that is the first step. You don't expect, okay, when Ojikalu was governor,
we want to.
back to back.
Back to back.
Because of what? He was he's a football enthusiast. Yes. Then Oji, the other it struggled. Then Ikpeazu struggled. Yeah. But here trying to pick pieces. But it can never be like Ojikalu.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Adiola
did a great job as well.
Because individual. 11 to 19. Stores. Jesus. I can go on and on with those days. Those days I used to go to Warri. Night, Vasco in Warri Stadium. When I was 13, 14, right into the stadium, the day the Warri Stadium collapsed, it was because of one of these players, I've forgotten his name. There was was it Peter Rufai, the keeper of stores, versus NNPC. Okay. You know, it was a big match. I have too many memories. Wow. I was also in the stadium when Okwaraji died. When I was reading this yesterday, I was in that stadium when Okwaraji died. I was 18 plus. Yeah. I remember. I followed all these games. You know, my life is football.
That's amazing.
I cannot play, but trust me.
Well, I thought you used to play at least.
No.
At your level.
There's no way. Let me tell you something. My secondary school.
Yeah.
There's no way I would have been able to play. The best we could do was to be ball boys in Aussie College. Aussie College happens to be one of the only few schools in Nigeria that produce 16 to 17 players in our Super Eagles.
Fantastic.
I can count.
I mean, I must give them a hand for that.
Ebion Didiare, Josie Dombraye, Franklin Howard, Bazwaye,
Balwin
Bazwaye, Michael Biku. Clement Akpom-Temile. You know, it was Ernest Okonkwo that gave him Akpom when Nigeria played against Algeria in 1984. Yeah, 1984 Nations Cup. Cool. When they brought him on, he said, "This is Clement Akpom-Temile." In Urobo, Akpom means life is sweet. And I think life is sweet with Clement Temile today. If it God rest his soul. That's the best.
Great commentator with a lot of lyrics.
But, so when we talk with authority. So you can see that I'm talking very organically.
Yeah.
Because I follow this game. Yeah. So if I'm talking football, people should listen. So I know what I'm talking about. So FIFA, they've come good. You know, I don't regret, you know, I felt bad when I lost the election by one vote, yeah. But life will continue. Absolutely. In my own life, I've always believed that anywhere you are, that you don't have absolute ownership, yeah, is a temporary abode.
Absolutely.
Which you can step in from this angle, is a stage.
Yeah.
Then you step out. Absolutely. There's always, I'm grateful that definitely. For 8 years, I served Nigeria as president of Nigerian Football Federation. I served CAF, which I'm still serving. For the past 8 years now, continuing. Yeah. I think we have ESCO on the 30th, I think, you know. I've served FIFA first as a committee member for 8 years because I became council member. And I still have the warmest and the best relationship with everybody in FIFA.
That's brilliant.
So, because, not just because of Amaju Pinnick, yeah, because of Nigeria.
The name.
FIFA has so much regard. Do you know what it means to have won the Under-17 World Cup 5 times? Thanks. Won the Nations Cup 3 times. Right. Played in the finals of the Under-20 World Cup. Won the Olympics gold. Oh, come on, Nigeria is one of the greatest countries. I keep saying it in world football.
Really, to be honest, if you want to stay with Amaju, we can talk for 2 days because it's an embodiment of great knowledge. He understands the game continentally, locally, and what have you. But I wouldn't let him go if he would not add some talk on how do we retain talents in the Nigerian league, because you know we mentioned Soname and all that.
No. Let me say what I was going to say. Yeah. You see, it's a lot of work. Yeah. You know, I was going to engage the chairman of the Governors Forum then. Yeah. I told my then minister, but you know, all the ministers I had, apart from Sunday Diary at a later stage, it was all battle. You know, it was all really. You know, everybody believes you want to take their glory, so I rest my case. You know, say, let us have a presentation. Sheodiko, who was the head of strategy, had prepared a solid PowerPoint presentation. We had gone through it. To make a presentation to the Governors Forum, take away ownership. Give it away. You can call your friends and all of them will own all these clubs. Listen, that's the beginning. The government can come in, own 20% of these clubs. Because of what? Because of the infrastructure. Like the Warri Stadium, which should now be converted as equity. Okay. Then they can now bring 1 or 2 persons into the board of the same thing, then ownership. So there will be seamlessness when the next administration comes in. Yeah. So the governors oppose it because they use football as a tool of pacifying some political, you know, bringing in some politicians' interests. I use the word interest. Thank you for correcting me. You know, so if you have that, if once you have that, you know that you have started seeing a semblance of professionalism. Yeah. Then the next step is what? Have a feeders team. We did it. We tried it in Delta. Yeah. Ogene Kare Tebo came in from Warri Awogu'S feeders team. Okay. And so many other players. During my time, Warri Awogu'S was seen as, you know, as the Man City. We had all the big names. At every point in time, we had 4, 5, 6 players in Super Eagles. And all the national teams. All. Fego Gude, is all of them. Ike Tangod, I can go on and on. I can forget some of their names. You know, Agbim, there was a time. Then even the guy that scored the goal that gave us the last Nations Cup, what was his name? they were all players of Warriors. Do you understand? Because we were running football professionally.
Well,
You know?
you see, like you
So
said,
if you have that, you now have a seamless transition from the feeders team to the. Look at us now, for example, Bukayo Saka, Nelson, even this Dawson. You guys should wait and see this Dawson this season. One area. And guess what? And that's what I want to do for Aussie College.
Okay.
My secondary school.
Yeah.
I'm building an academy. I don't have one single economic interest.
Okay.
I just want to just spoke with the principal because we are building a synthetic pitch. We're going to build another 5 or 6 synthetic pitch through my foundation with flood lighting. Then I have some of the best players in the whole of Delta State. Give them scholarship to be in accommodation. Tie this club, tie this school. When you say an academy is what? School.
School.
It's not what you hear. Oh, this person is from this academy without any school.
Yeah.
So you have to do an audit on that someday.
Yeah.
So you must be when you say an academy,
It's at the school.
it must be a school atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know? So that's the whole idea. Then I tie it to a club. With my connection, I can get any club and say, Aussie College will not be a feeders team to, for example, like an Arsenal.
Yeah. Okay. That'll be interesting.
Or to any of these clubs. I know a lot of clubs. I mean,
No, you
by
have,
God's
you
grace,
are,
I have the tentacles. Once you have that, your father was the principal of Aussie College. I forgot to Awogu. At the point, you know, once you have that, the people can come and say, you want to put like $1 million in the school for their development to do this. It goes to the school. The school has the economic right. Yeah. And every player of the school will not have any agent. Their agent is the school and their parents.
That's great.
The school gets 80%, the parents get 20%. That's it.
I mean,
so that is the whole idea. And Aussie College cannot be self-funded. That can also happen in great footballing schools like St. Finbar's, St. Greg's, you know,
so
Bad Sackets,
CKC,
Onitsha,
a couple of other
all
great
these schools, you know. So this is the whole idea. If you look at the economy, the value chain is long. Inside that, you can have their P department can have merchandising to build balls. Listen, we can get it right in this country. We all have the ideas.
We have to have the political
will. We need to have the will.
Yeah, that's the most important.
And we need to look beyond parochialism of government. Because the government cannot do everything. We should know that government cannot do everything. We should think outside the box. Like what I'm thinking now. I cannot situate it the way I'd want to, possibly. Other people cannot say, Amaju, okay, we can do it this way, we'll get a better result. You streamline and you come up with something very productive.
All right, interesting. But on a final note, I know you've spoken beautifully, and I hope when the beautiful good news has come, we'll also bring you back. Do you think currently the way Nigeria is going with football, does the current government have a political will to take us to the next stage?
The government has been very intentional. Okay. If it's the government, they've been very, very intentional about. I followed them from AFCON. Okay. I followed what they did. I followed all the approvals they got. We used to struggle.
So it's easier now.
What I mean is a story for another day. My book, I'm writing a book.
Okay, great.
My book is going to obviously by God's grace, by next year.
It will get ready.
You know, it will be ready this year, but I want to make it very global. It's not just, because it's going to be a reference point, you know. So we've been working on it for a long time now. I have one of the best writers putting it together, you know.
That's good.
And it's going to be a reference point for people to see. It's easy. I'm telling you, Nigeria, do you know the blessing that we have in this country? I know. Do you know the kind of respect we have? When I was in the council, if I speak, you know that a Nigerian is speaking. And you see, we have this unconscious confidence. You'll be confident, you say, nobody can oppress you.
Interesting.
No, that's the warrior mentality first. That builds up to Nigeria.
Nigeria.
You know.
But really, thank you very much. It's really been a great pleasure talking to Amaju Pinnick. Like I mentioned earlier, all the Nigerians in CAF committees, in the management of CAF, he took them there. Even my girl, Chisom, who is actually been doing a great job. So I say a big thank you to Amaju Pinnick for what you've done for us as a nation and how you have uplifted young Nigerians into the right atmosphere. Thanks. Hope to see you again and talk more. All right, guys. Bye.